team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. It's the Miami Hurricanes and the USC Trojans. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
When you step onto the field for a USC football game, you know you are in the heart of history. Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum in Los Angeles has seen more sports than you can imagine. Hosting 2 Summer Olympics in 1932 and 84, it is also set to return for a 3rd Olympic trial in 2028. It was opened in 1923, and more history has happened in the Coliseum than anywhere else in college sports. Reese?
Okay, Holly. So USC's kicker headed to the football to start this 2026 season. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Nice return there, and he'll... down at the 34. Bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Pringle. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Let's take a minute and talk about Miami. They're coming off an appearance in the national championship game last year, and you know they're looking to get back.
Yeah, they're motivated to take the next step. And David, they feel like they've upgraded to several key positions this year, hoping that they can take it that one next step and win the Natty this season.
Yeah, it was one thing to get there, but man, do you get even hungrier when you've got there and you had to watch the other team celebrate. So a good chance to take out some demons, start this year off good, and maybe
makes a grab and room to run. Finally forced out of bounds, maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. Looking for space, it's Pringle. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Yeah, and you want to run the football. I mean, that's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
What will they dial up on 2nd and 8? Long way to go. Makes the catch. It's Lofton. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
The Canes have their offense in high gear. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Keep it on the ground. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. And the Canes want to crank the tempo.
They run it, they get the 1st down, and look at the offense. Right back on the football, ready to crank this tempo up.
Here's Mensah to throw. Quick strike complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. And the Hurricanes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The run inside. It's Pringle. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. From the red zone, looking for a space. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you could tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he
makes a grab. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. And the Canes go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Mensah. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. Tried to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Escapes the pressure to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on 2nd down. Likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback, he's just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing.
Makes the catch. Taken down just short of the sticks, but the offense still within scoring range on 4th down.
Well, I know there's a lot of people out there thinking, hey, it's 3rd down, you got to throw to the sticks here, but I like the call getting the drag. You get the catch, he advances it a little bit, doesn't quite pick it up, but now you've set up 4th and short. And you've got to think on offense, you've got a place somewhere that can go pick up this 1st down.
The decision to go for it does not pan out.
And I think that's going to be a frustrating drive for this offense, man. You move the ball on your first possession right down the field, and you choose to be aggressive, and you choose to go for the touchdown. But now you get nothing out of this possession. The defense gets the stop. They get some momentum going in their favor.
They're backed up. 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. That delay of game penalty pushes the offense back even closer to its own end zone. 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. Looking to throw, it's Maiava. Wasting no time taking a shot. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on 1st down.
Yeah, and the QB tried to use some touch, let that thing hang up in the air, but when you hang it up over the middle of the field, the defenders have a lot of time to go and try to get it, make a play. A lot of guys near the football. Nice job by the defense being in great position.
So now it's 2nd and long. Quarterback making adjustments. Misfired on 1st down, back to the air on 2nd. Complete to the right. Lots of running room. He's at the 40. Seizing that open space, an opportunity all the way inside the red zone. They'll mark it at the 19. In the red area, it's Jordan. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Trying to impose their will with the run. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now soften them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
Hard to imagine this is only their first drive in the game, but their defense was on the field for virtually an entire quarter. So, guys, there's a lot of pressure on this offense here to convert this 3rd down so their defense can stay on the side.
Back's going for the goal line, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Trojans.
And that is the perfect way to cap off this drive. This thing started way back on their 2-yard line, and they methodically marched it down the field. You saw a little bit of everything on this drive, so at the very end, you pay it off. Really nice job running down in the red zone for the score.
Coming out with it, it's Compton. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. this drive from their own 18-yard line. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
Here comes the heat. He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety. After getting caught for a safety, they're lined up and ready to kick it off.
Great job on the safety there, and how about the D tackle just collapsing the pocket? There was nowhere for the quarterback to step up into to try to buy himself some time. That D tackle walked his man right into the lap of the QB, and he gets the safety.
They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And he's feeling the heat, and he will go down. Final play of the first quarter, and not the way he wanted to end it. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Dropping back, it's Maiava. Under fire, being chased. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so third in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. And the Trojans will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Makes the catch right at the 50. And there he goes. Boy, did he show it all on that return. The speed, the explosiveness, and took a little momentum with him out of bounds. Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive.
Touchdown, Hurricanes! Made the grab in the end zone for 6.
And a lot of times when you get down here in the red zone, man, it's players, not plays. Finding your individual matchups that you feel very confident in. And I'm not surprised they went to their go-to wide receiver. And I'm also not surprised that he won on the outside and got the touchdown.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. Back to pass, it's Maiava. Oh, they're after him! And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
And protecting their quarterback is job number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want to put it up. They got to make sure they take care of him so he can make those plays. Defense wins this rep. They win up front, get to the quarterback, and get the sack.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. Makes a connection. He'll have enough for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 45. The Trojans come to the line in the hurry-up.
If you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
Man, this offense, they gotta find something. They gotta get in a rhythm somehow. So far, no success, not protecting the quarterback. Really, the only good thing I can say so far is they haven't turned the football over.
After that sack, the offensive line better get its stuff together. Stuff, you know what I mean by stuff. 3rd down. Unloads to the right. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup.
Well, this offense is given a lesson right now on how to fight through adversity because 1st and 2nd down was ugly, but they come up with that huge completion to now set up a manageable 4th down opportunity to keep this drive alive.
Don't even think about sending the special teams out on 4th down and 3. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. And the Trojans are flying down the field. They'll move the wide receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
He might want another play.
Return. Ready, go.
Looking to throw again. Fires to the middle. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Bringing it back. He's at the 40. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Running inside, it's Pringle. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Makes the grab. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Throwing, Mensah fires to the right. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Looks as if they're going to pass on a chance to take the lead with the field goal and go for it on 4th down. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Makes the grab plenty for the 1st down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Caught. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to go up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal getting him.
And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Canes.
Well, all the different time management situations this head coach was using in the first half has led to this moment specifically right here. This is exactly what he wanted to have happen. He wanted to score a touchdown at the end of the first half, take a lead, knowing he's got the ball first in the second half. If they score a touchdown then, all of a sudden this thing starts blowing wide open for them, and all the momentum is on their side.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Dropping back, it's Maiava. Bringing the heat. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They're getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they've got it at the 42. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, week 1, the start of a brand new season, and it's our pleasure to welcome you into the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with Notre Dame taking on the Clemson Tigers. And it's the Fighting Irish looking to bounce back from the Game 1 loss. They lead here in the first half. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Going to the run to start this second half. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The give is to Miller. And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Here's a heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, you get the incompletion there on third down. You've still got a half of football basically to play. Do you trust your defense down 1 possession to get it back to give you a shot? If you don't, then you've got to stay out there and you've got to go for this, and you've got to dial up your best play to stay on the field.
The Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. Got the quick completion. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Here's Mensah to throw. Stepping to the right. Throwing on the run. Makes a grab deep. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
Man, I love this offensive approach, man. All gas, no brakes. You got the lead, so what? Continue to do what you do. Find those one-on-one situations and continue to stay aggressive.
Snagged in the middle. It's Jacobs. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. After that last play, there is a Trojan who is shaken up on the field. The Hurricanes will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Unleashes one deep. In the end zone, he's got it! Touchdown, Miami!
The great thing about spreading a defense out, I can see where the blitz is coming from. I can see where they're weak. I can see my matchups. Nice job by the offense, spreading them out, taking advantage of their matchup, and getting in for the score.
And after the extra point, they're on top by 12. After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. So Miami signals for a timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Dropping back, it's Maiava. Unloads to the wideout. On the left side, grabbed by Williams. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. The Trojans want to pick up the tempo. That type of big play can even make Traveler perk up and take notice.
Hey, man, when I think about USC and just their pass, I just think about explosive. Explosive playmakers, making explosive plays down the field, finding those big wide receivers, making big plays.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Gets the back moving. 2nd down, he'll throw it. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. He's got it inside the 15. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Southern Cal.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
And that was not what they had in mind as the kickoff sails out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The keeper on the option. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the 1st.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the defense.
Into the 3rd quarter of this opening week of the season, it's now 2nd and 10. Mensah. With the catch, it's Pringle. Turning it on. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds.
When quarterbacks learn to take checkdowns, man, they become way more efficient. They become way better. They get way more possessions, and he does a really good job. It's not his primary guy, but he looks down the field. He doesn't force the football, but checks it down to his running back and still makes a big play because it was the right decision.
Stopped in his tracks, and they'll have to try it again.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. They want to run this quarterback. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes!
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And with the extra point, they stretch the lead to 13. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jordan. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. Looking left. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall.
Looking deep down the right side. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
It's so easy to be up here in the booth and say, you should have put more zip on that. Sometimes you got to use the lob wedge. That time, you probably should have used the driver.
Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35.
Well, we're not quite in the 4th quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
Throwing, Mensah. And they can't make the connection.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
Not a lot of room to field this one. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. This should be the last play of the quarter. Looking to pass. It's Maiava. Complete on the comeback. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding onto the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. They go back to work in the final period of this one. The run inside. It's Jordan. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. After that last play, there is a Trojan who is shaken up on the field. And the Trojans in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Trying play action. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Well, the problem for this offense now late in the game, trailing by a bunch of points, is that the defense knows they're going to throw the football. And right now, offensively, they cannot protect the edge. You saw the speed coming from the outside. He was able to get to the quarterback for another negative play.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
And I love the IQ by the defense on that play. Like, understand situational football. They're down by a couple.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. He wants to change this route. On 4th down, looking to pass. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. And the pass is incomplete on 4th down, but hold on just a second. We've got to see what the flag's about. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Running inside, it's Pringle.
Well, that's called paying off good field position. You've got the lead here late in the game. You've got the ball back. You're on your opponent's side of the 50, and on your very first play, you break off a long run. This defense right now is playing on their heels late.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Canes headed quickly to the line.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Working that left side now. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
Pulls and fires complete to the right. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Darian Mensah from the gun on 3rd down. He's got it. They will score. Touchdown, Canes.
It's another good decision by the quarterback. You've got to be impressed here. On that one, he finds his tight end, but all game long, whether it's receivers or running backs or tight ends, wherever the best one-on-one matchup has been, he's been able to take advantage of it, and that's why they've been able to score so many points.
And the extra point right down the boulevard is there now, up 20 in the 4th. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the USC offense to get this drive underway. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
That's a really nice game. It just would have been really nice to see this from this offense earlier. Now you're getting to the point where there's a couple of thought processes. Do I build momentum for next week? Do I try to get this offense, the ground game clicking, or do I throw the football every play and try to make this football game close?
I think at this point of the game now in the second half, down by as many points as they are, it's going to be really hard for the offense to sprinkle in the run. They tried it there. It didn't work. I think you got to be thinking about the passing game now and start trying to identify playmakers out on the perimeter of the field that can get you back in this game.
Looking for a man. It's Mayava. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing deep.
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the fourth down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Might be changing the route. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Touchdown, Miami! And the route is on. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he tacks on the extra point. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Miller.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much, they need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment, because today, oof, it was not a good day.
Under fire. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And with that turnover, that'll finish the game.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field, because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.